So I'm a real estate investor and homeowner, perhaps like yourselves, and big changes are coming to the way that people buy and sell homes in the United States. The National Association of Realtors settled a lawsuit last week that could upend the way that real estate agents are being paid and doing away with the traditional agent commission of 5 to 6%. This was just announced. Now, that's prompting a reckoning of buyers, sellers, and real estate agents. And here are 6 things you need to know about what went down. What if you already sold a house? How does this affect you? Well, as part of the settlement, the National Association of Realtors agreed to pay $418 million over the next 4 years. Now, that's in addition to the $210 million that various brokerage firms had already agreed to pay. Most of this money, if I'm being frank, is going to go to lawyers, but the rest of it will go to people who sold their homes in recent years and paid what critics are arguing were inflated real estate commissions. The eligibility depends on where you live, but in some parts of the country, the settlement covers people who sold homes as much as a decade ago, so please listen up if that's you. To find out if you are entitled to compensation, sellers can check the lawyer's website. It's www.realestateCommissionLitigation.com. We'll put that on the screen for you right there. How will this change real estate commissions going forward? For decades, the norm in this country has been that the person selling their home pay both their agent and the buyer's agent. I've done this many, many times. So let's take an example here. Let's say the house is priced at $400,000, which is close to the national average, and that works out to $20,000 to $24,000 in commissions, much higher than people in other countries typically pay. In Germany, for example, commissions are 4.5%. In the UK, they're under 2%. Now, starting in July, sellers will no longer have to spell out a commission for the buyer's agent. People in support of this feel it'll lead to more negotiation, more competition, and ultimately lower costs. Now, what increased negotiations mean for the buyers and sellers? How does this work? There's going to be more opportunity to shop around and likely a wider array of services, from deluxe agents who charge a premium price to discount agents with more limited services, similar to what exists in other markets like the stockbrokers and travel agents. The more access you need, the more help you need, you're going to pay a little bit more. Further, sellers may be able to negotiate a flat fee to market their house, not connected to the selling price. Buyers may be able to purchase a la carte services, which would be like paying less if they do their own house hunting on the internet. It may be a little bit more if they want to be chauffeured around town to open houses like we used to do in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Now, many sellers may decide not to pay the buyer's agent, leaving buyers to shoulder that cost on their own or go without an agent altogether. Overall, the expenses should be much lower. Buyers could save a total of $30 billion annually, and the people losing here really are the realtors. So let's talk about that. I've got friends in real estate that are realtors. What does this mean for the agents? They will have to fight for their business. Things will be negotiable, and they will ultimately have to show that they are worth it. So for my house, when I bought it, there's a lot of different things that happened, and I really did most of the deal, to be totally honest with you. Like, I found the house on the internet. I ended up doing a lot of the negotiating myself because my agent was just a piece of crap, and I shouldn't have paid him anything, to be honest with you, but he did the legal work. That's it. Now, this could be many agents to leaving the industry just based on what's happening here, but I think as people leave, the cream will rise to the top. Less agents, less fighting for other people for a listing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Less fish in the sea. Now, the real kicker here is sellers sitting on a desirable property may refuse to pay a fee. This is going to hurt buyers who will probably end up paying this on top of the cost of buying the home, which to me is wild. So if you got an awesome house that's very desirable, you could be in luck. Now, what should people who are thinking of buying or selling in the next 6 months take action and do right now? The settlements changes in commission rules do not take effect until July. So just as many people will be shopping for a home ahead of the next school year, which is a very, very particular time. I was shopping for a home in front of the school year. It's very difficult. But it's not clear, really, how quickly the landscape of this whole decision will change. Buyers and sellers may want to talk with their agent about the costs and benefits of moving well before the deadline or waiting until the new rules are securely in place. Commissions account for $20 to $24,000 on a typical home on the national $400,000 average. So think about that when you're buying or selling. Still, that's just one factor to consider when deciding when to buy or sell, along with obviously interest rates and the supply of homes on the market and life circumstances like a new job or a family member. These things come into the equation. So think about all these things. Don't just weigh in the real estate commission, but this is going to change the way people are buying and selling homes right now. Realtors are going to fight. They might undercut each other if they're a really hungry agent. If they're a really good agent, someone that's really esteemed, makes millions of dollars, or, a high 6-figure salary. Well, it's not really salary, it's commission, but let's be honest, high 6 figures is a good amount of money every year. I don't care what number it is. They're going to be more prone to being like, no, I'm not working with you for under 5%. And that's going to happen. Now, again, there's going to be some hungry discount brokerages, sharks, that'll be like, we want volume. We'll do every deal out there for 2%. And they're going to hope everyone comes to them and they make up for it in volume. They're going to have to scale their operation a little bit to get more people to help with the closing transactions, they'll escrow, everything like that. But they might do that. So it's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out and how this changes the economy, which is what we're all about. Tag Economy, Tim and Greg tackle the economy. Please subscribe and follow along if you like this video, and I will catch you in the next one.